Dear friends, today we will start with the today's newspaper, and as the date is 22 of November, and let's start with the first news of the Hindu. First, uh, first news is about the first visual of 41% tap in tunnel emerge as during the construction of a tunnel in the Silkaria tunnel in Uttarkasi district of Uttarakhand. There is a collapse of tunnel happen and in which 41 workers are tapped. Government is providing relief to them, and recently a development is take place to access of endoscopic camera to them for having established a communication between the worker in the tunnel and the government authority to help them. As soon as they came out, they will directly have the access of health facility to the district hospital. And move on to the second news as Netanyahu Hamas chief hint at a deal on Gaza truce. As we know that there is a recent ongoing war between Israel and Palestine, and more than 1 month has been passed for the war, and Israel has occupied a lot of land, or due to which a lot of pressure is Israeli defense forces facing right now. And there is a hint that a peace deal or a put off on war has been signed. It's remain to be seen as what happened. But overall, this is a positive news for us. And let's move on to the next as BRICS summit G calls for immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Again, it is the news related to the Israel-Palestine conflict, and as in recent BRICS summit, President of China, along with the other BRICS member, raised the voice to have a peace deal and ceasefire in the war. Friends, talking about the BRICS, it is a organization which formed initially in 2009, and South Africa was added in BRICS in 2010, and recently it's have added some new member including Saudi Arabia, UAE and Egypt. This is one of the improving institution or organization, and have a potential to put the interest of against the Western influence. As second is again from Israel list Lashkar-e-Taiba as a terrorist organization, and this is a move to counter the Pakistan support to the Palestine, and it also have a good gesture for India to designated Hamas as an international terrorist organization. Till now, India is not recognized Hamas as a terrorist organization, and many of the Western countries have recognized the Hamas as a terrorist outfit. As this is news against Chinese Premier Li Qiang to attend G20 virtual meet as a virtual the G20. This time India hosts G20, and all the meetings are happen in a constructive manner. Recently, the virtual meeting of G20 held, and in which the Premier of Chinese Premier Li Qiang attend G20 meeting. And these are the news that we can read, but these are not much fruitful for our examinations. And let's move on to that. Chief Minister should be the chancellor of all the Veracity Stalin. As we know that there is a continuous tussle between the governor and the chief ministers, and especially in that state where the ruling state government is uh, of another party as of center. And for that, recently Supreme Court has passed a verdict to uh, in the favor of uh, government, that the governor has certain power to hold the bill or pass bill. And another news is Sankara Nethralaya, founder, Vetro Oriental surgeon, Bridnath passed away at 83. There may be chance that the question may be asked from this obituary. One-liner question will ask by giving the name. You can remember simply the name, and name is Sankara Nethralaya. And Delhi police arrested a man for painting pro-Khalistani graffiti. And as we know that the in the recent 1 to 2 years, the inclination toward the Khalistani outfit has continuously increased in the outside of India, especially in UK and USA based some organization, and like the Sikh for Justice and Babbar Khalsa outfit are continuously in the planning to disbalance the development of India. Here is a news like Kolkali, a folk art being performed by Mother group of Thrissur Archdiocese on Lourdes Metropolitan Cathedral premises on Tuesday, in the remembrance of Saint Thomas' arrival in India. Friends, Saint Thomas is the person who is considered to be the protagonist of Christianity in India. And for the factual data, you can learn that. And again, news from the southern state that fire at Visakhapatnam harbor could have led to a bigger disaster. Event take place in Vizag, that fire broke out in a multiple boat, and that is doused out over there. The fire, the the disaster of higher magnitude is avoided by the authority timely action, and the investigation is going on how the fire erupted, but the situation is right now is in control. And these are the news that editorial part of The Hindu. We should read this thoroughly, as a lot of passages and direct question has been asked in the examination from that section. And as it is, all the nation must strive for net zero carbon emission. Friends, as we know that the global warming is a event problem for all of us, and it is continuously increasing, and this continuously rising of temperature is affecting the water and glacier. As the glacier is melting, water level is increasing day by day, and the population which live on the coastal edge is getting submerged by the ton. So it is a threatening call for the humanity, and for that the Paris Agreement come into the picture to control the rising of temperature, and for first stance is to regulate the temperature of Earth less than 2 degree before 2030, and it should be low, and as low as in the industrial level. As uh, in this passage, it talk about that September was the hottest record month ever, with the global average temperature 1.8 above the pre-industrial levels. And I urge all of you who uh, have gone through this article or have understanding their about their role to mitigate global warming, please take a step and involve yourself in the like afforestation drives or switch to the green energy and adopting a lifestyle that is environment friendly. Again, the news is about parochial laws. In this article, the editor is talking about the law that introduced by Punjab government over the reservation of 75% of uh, people of Punjab in private job, and the recent High Court remark over this is that it will create a invisible wall for the people of rest of the state, and that impact the fundamental right of individual to move freely and to settle in anywhere and to have a employment opportunity in any place. And if that practice is widely accepted, a lot of state accepted, there is an invisible wall created within the India, and it impact the federal structure of India. And this is a opinion article about India Japan converge in Southeast Asia. As friend, the Southeast Asia is a volatile area, and China is actively threatening the country in the South China Sea and the country of Southeast Asia, as most of the country are under the BRI or debt trap policy, and that somewhere challenge the interest of India and USA and the Japan to counter China in that area for making the Indo-Pacific smooth and safe trade transportation. They come together to provide assistance and loan to the South Asian countries, like the countries like in South China Sea and Southeast Asia, Philippines. Recently, they come together to provide loan to Philippines, and India provide defense cooperation to Philippines. And why they are doing so? It have a good relation, and for avoiding them into the trap of the loan trap policy of China. And another news is from page 10 is fund for inland waterway project granted to the northeast. As in India, northeastern region is a region that required a lot of development, attention, and integration with the rest of the India. As recently, the government is very keen toward the development in the northern eastern region, and for that initiate that series of actions, the government is providing 1,100 crore budget and 100 budget in that shape. As it is another news is from the SC call for collaborative effort to bring children into the adoption pool, and here in the Supreme Court give direction to the state and union territories to bring a bi-monthly drive to identify children in the orphanage and abandoned surrender category in the institution starting from December 7. Necessary to hear from the farmer before making him a villain. Justice Dulia, as the recent initiative taken by government to mitigate the Delhi NCR region pollution, and in that action they put there is a harsh action toward farmer, and to listening that plea the Supreme Court issue verdict. Let's hear the version of farmer in that case, and there may be any problem of farmer regarding burning of uh, parali to. Oh, so let's listen that and make them take them in the conference to not mitigate and to provide solution to the first hand to them. Here is another constructive news is find, and Toyota to invest more than 3,300 crore to fuel its next round of growth in India, and it will provide employment in India, and there is welcoming news for Indian FDI sector. Here is a news that the northeastern light is called Aurora Borealis. Northern light, also called Aurora Borealis, illuminated the night over the North Atlantic Ocean, Norway, on November 19, 2020. This light caused by the coronal injection of sun. That's from my side. Chant.